Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, August 21. A draft National Spatial Plan (NSP) is to be completed by December. Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Darrell Vaz, made the announcement Tuesday. He was addressing the opening of the NSP Technical Symposium and launch of Phase 2 of the NSP's development. The draft spatial plan will guide national development and decision-making through the optimal planning, use, and management of the island's resources. Phase 2 of the three-part project will focus on updating the 1978 National Physical Plan, which has been in existence for over 30 years. Attention will also be placed on the development of a national spatial planning information technology platform.
The NSPIT platform will be accessible to the general public and aims to ultimately provide all the spatial planning database and information to support online application and processing of development applications. All the ministries, agencies, and departments involved in the development processes will therefore benefit from a state-of-the-art and dynamic IT-supported spatial plan.
The $1.33 million World Bank funded program is being implemented as part of JAMPRO's National Competitiveness Project. It's part of the larger 5-year $19.8 million adaptation program and financing mechanism for the pilot program for climate resilience. Farmers in Accompong St. Elizabeth are currently planting cannabis for medicinal use. The move follows the recent signing of a tripartite agreement under the Alternative Development Project to transition traditional cannabis farmers from an illicit framework into the regulated environment. The Accompong Town Maroons, Timeless Herbal Care, and the Cannabis Licensing Authority are working to determine the best practices within the regulated environment for cultivation and processing of cannabis for medicinal use. The project aims to promote sustainable development and poverty eradication. It is also intended to ensure that the Dangerous Drugs Act of 2015 is enforced, while protecting the human rights of all citizens, including traditional ganja farmers. Still on farming, 4,000 producers are now diversifying their crops with the introduction of MD2 pineapple suckers. 70,000 suckers were provided through the Rural Agricultural Development Authority's Production Incentive Program. Farmers from St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, St. James, Hanover, Trelawney, and St. Anne are benefiting from the $280 million initiative. They received the pineapple suckers recently.
This is a revolving program to which each farmer will be required to give 2 suckers per plant back to RADA for redistribution to other selected farmers.
In other news, 24 tertiary students can now pursue a variety of degree programs with scholarships and grants valued at $17 million. The funds were handed over Tuesday under the Governor General's 7th Summer of Service program.
The truth is, we have some brilliant students who need financial assistance to further their education. This program, the Summer of Service, provides some assistance to help them to become the best version of themselves.
The Summer of Service program is part of the Governor General's I Believe initiative, which was launched in 2011. So far, 73 students have benefited from the program. Persons registered on the Program of Advancement Through Health and Education, PATH, are being encouraged to utilize its post-secondary grants to assist with back-to-school expenses. PATH beneficiaries who are moving on to further studies may apply for the grant within 2 years of leaving secondary school. Grants valued at $15,000 to $30,000 are available for use to resit CSEC and CAPE subjects or to pursue certificates, diplomas, or associate degrees. Application for this grant closes October 31, 2019. Beneficiaries must be registered at an approved post-secondary institution such as the Heart Trust NTA, high school 6th form, or a community college. Meanwhile, persons moving on to tertiary education and enrolling in the first year of a degree program are eligible to apply for a tertiary grant through their respective institutions. The grants are valued at $100,000. And finally, the Transport Authority has expanded the number of companies that are able to install tracking devices on public passenger vehicles, PPV. Minister of Transport and Mining Robert Montego says PPV owners are now able to get tracking devices through any company they choose. The owner will be required to provide proof of installation and an activity report from their tracking system for the last 30 days on request by the Transport Authority. The Transport Authority is also reminding the public that the installation of tracking devices is mandatory for new applicants of PPV licenses and will soon become mandatory for all PPV operators. The use of tracking devices on public passenger vehicles falls under the Minister of Transport and Mining's 16-point transformation reform proposal. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.